If you've been lying awake at night wondering, am I with the right person? This video is for you. Doubts don't always mean your relationship is over, but they do mean something important is calling for your attention. Most women think that having doubts means they've fallen out of love, when in reality, doubts are often a signal from your intuition or a reflection of deeper needs being unmet, not necessarily a death sentence for your relationship. And I get it. I've been there. Between years 4 and 6 of my relationship, my husband and I hit a rough patch. Everything looked fine from the outside and to other people, but inside I was terrified and questioning everything. I doom scrolled online and it made me wonder, is my partner a narcissist? And then it made me diagnose him. Oh my God, well, he's definitely avoidant. And while it felt validating to hear that I wasn't crazy, the clickbait from online influencers trying to go viral isn't what actually made me confident in my relationship again. The good news, we came out the other side stronger than ever. And I'm going to share with you what got me the clarity I needed so that you can walk yourself through that process too. Hey, gorgeous, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm so excited you found us and I hope you'll stick around and subscribe. I'm Mireille Nicole, holistic relationship coach and creator of the Happily Ever After method. In today's video, we're talking about what your relationship doubts really mean, where they come from, and the exact steps to move through them with clarity and confidence. And before we dive in, make sure you grab my free relationship success checklist in the description below. It gives you 25 daily actions you can take to finally see progress in your relationship and help you gain clarity. Let's start with what's really going on beneath the surface. Doubts can come from three main sources: emotional disconnection, so you're not feeling seen, heard, or valued. Number two, from a personal growth mismatch. So one of you is evolving faster than the other or at a different pace. And number three, unresolved patterns. So old hurts or communication gaps that keep resurfacing over and over again. Actually, I should add a fourth. It could be your intuition trying to tell you something deeper. Maybe this isn't meant to be after all, which is something I've experienced firsthand in other relationships before meeting my husband. So it's not always about him or the relationship. Sometimes it's about how you feel within yourself when you're with him. But this video will help you figure all of that out. Doubt is exhausting because it creates emotional limbo. You're half in, you're half out, you're discouraged, then you're hopeful, but then you get disappointed again. And that drains your energy. Many women who come to me feel numb or like they're just roommates with their partner. You're just going through the motions and that's it. This often starts when your emotional needs haven't been met for a while or when life stress has shifted your focus away from connection. You have kids, you have a big career. In my own relationship, this started around year 4. We had clearly moved past the honeymoon phase, also known as the uninformed optimism stage. So we were juggling career growth and family expectations and blended family and co-parenting in our case. And what I didn't realize at the time was this: I had shifted all of my focus on him. I had set a bunch of expectations for the relationship that I can't even tell you where those came from. And I lacked the skills I needed to play my part in keeping our connection alive. I could feel my husband pulling away from me, and that distance made me question if maybe we had grown apart when really we had just stopped nurturing the connection that brought us together. Now, you've probably already tried talking about it or waited it out, pretending everything is fine. Maybe you've read books or you've watched videos or even tried withdrawing sex from him, hoping he'd notice something is off. Maybe you've pushed for couples therapy or threatened him with divorce or breakup. But here's the brutal truth: you can't think or learn or force or therapy your way out of relationship doubts. I mean, some of those things can help, of course, right? But you have to feel and act your way through them with the right tools. So here are the 4 steps I've walked myself through and what I teach my clients who feel doubts about their relationship. Step 1, check how you're showing up. This is actually the first piece of advice I received when I got support to help get out of the rough patch with my husband. So Ask yourself, what energy am I bringing into this relationship every day? Am I calm, loving, grounded, or am I anxious, defensive, or withdrawn? Because the energy you bring sets the tone for how love flows between the two of you. So if you're constantly feeling resentful, disappointed, frustrated, or upset, you're blocking your ability to feel if there's really a connection still there. And this isn't about fake positivity and ignoring your feelings. It's about learning to become more connected to them. Step 2, use your relationship skills. Well, first, I should say, make sure you have relationship skills because most of us don't. No one teaches us this growing up, and or some of us didn't have the role models to show it to us, right? To model it. Then once you have these communication skills, use them consistently and for a long enough period of time because love doesn't just die, right? It disconnects. If your partner's distant, lean into your tools, into feminine energy, into filling the love bank, into being what I call the better offer. If communication feels hard, lean into your tools, listening without reacting, expressing your needs without guilt, blame, or shame, and creating emotional safety. If you fight all the time, lean into your tools. Soft launching, curiosity, repair attempts, catching bids for attention, right? If you realize you might be lacking some of these tools, though, make sure to watch my videos on this channel or get on the waitlist for my program Committed, or you can even apply for private coaching if you prefer one-on-one support. I'll put all the links in the description below. Step 3, revisit your vision. Remember what you dreamed this relationship would be. Sure, real life comes into play. I'm not suggesting you just become aloof and just unrealistic about things, but all of this plays into the dream, right? Real life should be part of your dream for your happily ever after. And something I credit to having the love I have is being very clear on the feelings I wanted to experience with my partner. I always share, I desired my own Mr. Darcy from Pride and Prejudice. Now, don't go for the fantasy, right? But the feelings along with the vision of growth, partnership, laughter, mutual support, right? It's not just Hollywood here. When doubt creeps in, women often lose this dream, but doubts often fade or clarity can come in when you reconnect to that vision of what it is you desire and aim for that instead of focusing on all the little details that are going wrong. Step 4, turn to your intuition. Your gut is wise. As women, we are deep intuitives. However, it's important to learn to separate intuition from anxiety, right? Intuition feels clear. Fear feels chaotic. If your body relaxes at the thought of staying in the relationship and rebuilding, that's truth guiding you. But if fear moves in and makes you doubt that, apply the steps we just talked about, right, that I just shared, and see what starts taking more room. Intuition, or is it still more fear? Listen, I'll never tell you to stay or go. I'll never force one route or path over the other. I've left a long-term committed relationship and I've stayed and removed all doubts in another long-term committed relationship. So I've been in your shoes and I've gone down both paths. And intuition was the guiding force in both instances. Decisions can be scary, but remember that you can't lose or miss out on anything that is meant for you in this life. So the point is, you always have two paths when it comes to moving forward, to re-engage and rebuild connection or to walk away with your peace. And both are acts of love when done consciously. If you choose to stay, focus on growth, not perfection. Remember your vision. Small shifts in your emotions and your energy and your communication can really reignite that intimacy. If you choose to go, do it from clarity and not confusion. Still shift how you show up and apply the relationship skills consistently and for a long enough period of time. And that's how you ensure that you don't bring the same toxic patterns into your next relationship, and you ensure sure that you don't have regrets later on. If you want personalized guidance on this, consider hopping on a connection call with me. I'll put the link in the description below. Now, we've just explored what to do when you're doubting your relationship, but to truly rebuild it, you need to understand how to reignite emotional connection. So watch this video next, where I reveal the exact process I use to go from worried my relationship might be over and having doubts to feeling more deeply connected and in love than ever before. And don't forget to download your relationship success checklist. It's your first step towards that transformation. The link's in the description below.